I'm just now connected to YouTube, so let me know. Oh, okay, okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just putting the messages up slow. So I'm hot. Y'all know I always got a fan, so pay me no mind. But happy Monday to everybody. Um, if you got questions, please drop them. We are mostly going to be talking about some stuff from the IRS tonight. So if you got any questions about credit or anything like that, please drop student loan questions or your tax questions. You can drop those too. Um, hey, Miss Loretta. Hey, Paula. Let me know if you guys have an issue hearing me or anything. Y'all know I'm not in my dream studio yet, but it's on its way. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sino. All right. So let's see. So if you have Mohella loans, I don't know how many of you have Mohella, but if you have Mohella, um, a lot of you probably have gotten your payment statement, your billing statements late. Some of you guys are going to be in automatic forbearance, and you will not have to. Um, you can hear, I can hear you. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Amy. Thank you, Miss Paula. So if you have Mohella loans, um, you may need to log into your account. The servicer Mohella actually mailed out a lot of late billing statements. So a lot of them mailed them out like 10 days, and then your payment were due in 10 days. Some of you guys got some negative like 30-day late, or negative remarks on your credit. And so um the Biden administration is going to do a couple things. First of all, if something like that was reported to your credit from Mohella loans, and it was incorrect, so this is supposed to be recent, they have to go back and correct that. Also, if you are put into forbearance, then Department of Education is not going to bill you any interest, and you will stay in forbearance until they work out the billing issue. So I don't know, for my regular people, we talked about Mohella, um, the loan servicing company, actually messing up on a lot of individuals' loans. So it is important, if you have not looked at your student loans in a while, okay? And this isn't just for people who have Mohella, but if you haven't looked at your student loan accounts for a while, and most of you have not since COVID, um, I think this would be a good time to go and take a look, log into your account, and see what, um, make sure that these are your right amounts. Okay. You can question those people, they can show you. Okay. You can ask for copies of those promissory statements that I know most of y'all signed and didn't read them. Okay. So again, if y'all got any questions, please drop those below. Okay. But so if you have Mohella, I'm just gonna repeat. So if you have Mohella loans, you definitely need to look at your billing statement. You need to look at your credit, and look at your account also to make sure that you're not one of those individuals that got a forbearance and you don't know why. All right. So because they're missing out on $7.2 million that the government usually pays, but they're not going to get paid this month because they billed you guys late. Okay. Let me see what else. What else? Okay, so y'all know it's we're in the new fiscal season, so there's money out there. If you're in Florida, but I know this is every state. Every state has that low income utility assistance, LAHEAP. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I know in Florida, the state of Florida, they just got $100 million, so there is money out there for utility assistance. I would say more so your electric bill. Not like, I don't know if they use this for water. I know it's for your electric. Okay. But the state of Florida did just get $100 million. So there is money. And if you want to, and you don't know who has it or who does it in your area, just do 211. Okay. And you can ask for utility assistance, and they should give you the office that handles this. Okay. So let me see. Okay, I got a couple of things. Um, mm, 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 mm. Oh, so I'm gonna do this for myself tonight. But so I don't know how many of you guys are on Twitter, but it's been a whole lot of stuff been going on. Whew, craziness. Okay. But if you have a LinkedIn account, which I know a lot of you guys have LinkedIn, so y'all know how I'm always telling you that, you got to go and look at your information because people put information out there about you and you don't know, right? So LinkedIn actually has a report about you of information of people who come to your page, stuff about you, where they get information from other places. So this was all the rave on Twitter. So basically, if you guys want, you guys can go to the website, or you could just send me a message. I should be able to send it to y'all through TikTok if you want, but it is how to go on LinkedIn, but you have to do it from a computer. And basically, you're going to download your privacy report, and then you're supposed to see all kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do it after this. I don't know what I'm going to see, but I think we're going to do it, and I'm do a video on it for my YouTube. And bam, I'm going to jump into my YouTube segue. If you have not, make sure you go to my YouTube page under the same name, Shamika Saves. Okay. So I do make some of my posts, some of my YouTube videos on my TikTok, but for the most time I do not. Hold on, let me get this because this light glare is just kind of getting on my nerves right now. And okay, so sorry y'all, I had to fix it. And I'm probably not, but I'm doing my best. Okay. All right. So what was I gonna say? So make sure you go to my YouTube page, all right? Under the same name. And again, y'all can share this live. Please hit the like. I appreciate that. Hey Tamara, how are you? And again, if you guys got questions, please ask. Sometimes I feel like, damn, they just sitting here listening and they're not asking a question. So make sure you ask, okay? Tanya says, is it best if I file bankruptcy or do a debt consolidation? Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. Thank you, Tanya, for asking. Because sometimes I'm like, damn, I hope they got questions tonight because I don't always want to just sit and talk. I like for us to converse. So if you have a question, please ask. And yes, converse is not a word, it's a pair of shoes. Okay. So Tanya said, is it best to do a bankruptcy or is it better to do a debt consolidation? Now, y'all know I got a couple favorite words, free and bankruptcy. Okay. So bankruptcy is always going to be my choice, but it has to be your choice. But let me break down the two because I like when y'all ask. All right. So a debt consolidation could be a couple things. It could be she can go to the bank and get a loan for debt consolidation, and they basically give her a loan and she takes that money and pays off her bills, and now she owes the bank. Right. But if she is thinking about bankruptcy or debt consolidation, that probably means her credit isn't that good for a debt consolidation loan, right? So then the other debt consolidation you have is where you contact these companies. They could be a not-for-profit or they could be a for-profit company. And basically they help you negotiate your bills with your creditors. And basically they call up Discover and say, hey, my client's having financial problems. We would like to be able to see if we can negotiate down from this 30% interest you got them paying down to 6%. And instead of them paying for the next 25 years, we would like to be able to cut that debt down to an agreed upon amount that could be paid off in either 3 or 5 years. And they're going to do that with all your creditors. And you pay one payment to the company that manages it. Hey, Miss Aura. Miss Aura said hello to everybody. Okay. So that is what a debt consolidation company does. They also bill you a fee on that. Okay. So they basically manage your debt for you for 3 or 5 years. Okay. If she were to do a bankruptcy, I don't know if you have a home or anything. If she did a chapter 7, she would be out of debt in 6 months. If she did a chapter 13, it would be either 3 or 5 years, just like a debt consolidation company. But this is why I choose the bankruptcy over the debt consolidation, is because of what it does to your credit. Okay, y'all know I love talking about credit, so I'm gonna get to y'all questions. I just want to say that I choose the bankruptcy because the bankruptcy actually, when you file, and if y'all watch my YouTube videos on this, and I can also send you the link if you need, it actually repairs your credit in a matter of 45 days, regardless if it's the chapter 7 or if it's the chapter 13, because of what happens to your credit when you file bankruptcy. But when you do the debt consolidation company, your credit stays in limbo for 3 to 5 years. Okay. So every time you make a payment, the company has to report that to your credit to the credit bureaus, because that's what their agreement is. Okay, as a credit reporting company, they have to report. So your credit will be crappy. It's going to show you made a payment, great, but it's still going to be crappy. And then the next month, they're going to make that other report that you made the payment. It's still going to be crappy. So you're going to be in that torture period, which some of y'all probably been in the 3 to 5 years of having bad credit anyway. So you're probably used to it. But I would choose 45 days over 3 to 5 years any day. And if the only bad thing that shows up on my credit is that I filed bankruptcy, well, I don't think that's as bad, because you could either have debt consolidation or debt management plan reporting. Now, it's not going to report in the same place on your credit, but it still is going to show. So from a credit standpoint, forget everything else. The bankruptcy to me makes most sense, because you get out of debt much sooner. Okay. Now there may be some other, circumstances, and y'all can ask questions about that, but that is how that goes. Okay. So I always give y'all the extended answer. I don't care. It's because I like to give you the details. Okay. Those things matter. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Tamara says, can I file bankruptcy for student loans? No, you cannot file bankruptcy for student loans. You could throw your student loans in the bankruptcy, but when you come out of bankruptcy, they're going to come back out with you. Okay. But I'm actually going to make a video on it. So thank you for asking. But there's actually a lawsuit out there right now. I'm actually going to make a TikTok video, because it is actually going to be a class action lawsuit. Because there were some people who do file bankruptcy and they do throw their student loans in it. Okay, so you can throw your student loans into your bankruptcy. The only people that get those student loans wiped out are those people who can show that they have no ability to earn any money in the future. I heard it's a quite tedious process, but if you are one of those people that can show that you have no ability to make money in the future, I wouldn't even worry about putting your loans in bankruptcy. Just go apply for the total permanent discharge, and then try to discharge your student loans that way, as long as a doctor will say that you're unable to work. Okay, which means you also should be applying for Social Security. But no, student loans do not get wiped away just because you're filing bankruptcy. Okay, you won't have to make any payments while you're in, but you're gonna have to pay them when you're done. Okay. Aura says, Miss Shamika, you so on point with these loans here in Florida. They're not joking. A Miami ex-correctional officer was jailed today and asked to pay back $1,000 because of the PPP loan. Yes, ma'am, I saw that. And thank you, Miss Aura. I saw someone that is a detention officer in Florida. He got 18 months in prison and 3 years on probation, and he got 2 PPP loans, an EIDL advance. He got 2 EIDL loans. So I think in all total he got 5, loans that he got from the government. And here's just my take, because y'all know I talk about this a lot on my page. I really feel that what got him in trouble the most is because he submitted information, not just fraudulent information about lying about saying the companies were making money. That's one thing. But when you go and you apply and you put down these fake employees with the fake Social Security numbers, that's identity theft. Even if they used real people. Now it's other charges too, okay? Wire fraud and all that kind of stuff. But it is he used that information, and that is where he went wrong. That's the biggest part, is lying and saying you got all these employees, and most of the people that y'all see that are getting burnt. Well, you see some that have small amounts, but these are large amounts. You got in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, I don't know. I mean, he had a good job, so I don't understand. Okay, I really don't. Not saying I can understand the other way, but I really don't understand that. Okay. All right. So again, if y'all got a question, please drop them so that I can help you. Thank you, Tanya. I hope I gave you an answer. I know it take a little bit to get there, but I like y'all to understand. It says, what if I don't want to put my house in bankruptcy? Well, when you go into bankruptcy, you don't really get a choice. Okay. You have to put all your debt in bankruptcy, but you got to remember though. Okay. So let's talk about Trump real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna make this make sense, okay? So y'all know I always tell you that don't be afraid to file bankruptcy because Donald Trump filed 5 times and he's still rich. And some of us are just broke and we are embarrassed to do what he did and he's still rich. So if he can still be rich, you can still be broke after you file bankruptcy. You just don't have to have debt after, okay? Um, so he filed 5 times, but him and his attorneys knew that when you file bankruptcy, you can file one of two ways: personal bankruptcy or business bankruptcy. So out of those 5 times that he filed bankruptcy, some were personal and some were on his business. Isn't that smart? Because we always talk about getting business credit. Okay. So, and the importance of having business credit is to have a separate, for you to have a separate credit profile that's legal, not the CPN. And look at that. He built his business. He had debts, a functional business, and he was able to file bankruptcy 5 times, but he did it in 2 different ways. Okay. Now, it says, what if I don't want to put my house in bankruptcy? Well, you have to put all your creditors in bankruptcy, but which ones? The business goes with the business and the personal goes with the personal. Okay. So I know, again, long way to get to an answer, but I wanted to teach y'all something also while answering the question. Okay. But you have to put it in. Just because you put something in bankruptcy doesn't mean you're losing it. What y'all have to understand is bankruptcy is like a basket. Okay. And around this basket are a whole bunch of people that are standing with swords that are saying, no, creditors, you can't you can't come and take this. No, creditors, you can't keep calling this person. Okay. You have to leave them alone. So bankruptcy to me is a hedge of protection between you and the people that you owe. A lot of people look at bankruptcy as a negative, like, oh, it's embarrassing. No, it's not. What's wrong with having spent somebody else's money, but now you don't want to pay them what you spent because of your situation? And the law says that you have a right to use a tool against your creditors to protect you in the event that you don't want them to take what you already got. So bankruptcy isn't about losing, it's about protecting. And I think that's where we, the middle and the lower class people, because it's not taught to us, get it wrong. Okay. You got to look at it in a different way. Okay. So I hope that helped. Mo says car prices are finally going down. Do you think house prices will do the same? Yeah, I think next year the house prices will go down. I don't think we're ever going to see the good old days pricing anymore. But but the car prices are going down because repos are very high. So y'all have to be looking at the motivation of these people when they're you think like, oh, this is a sign of the times, the economy is doing better, the car prices are going down. No, they're not going down because the economy is doing better. The car prices are going down because they want to still sell cars. Because if they don't, people are going to be without a job, which means how many people work at car dealerships? How many people will be laid off? How does that affect the unemployment rates in your state? So it's not necessarily a good thing. Okay, don't let these news people flip that stuff on you and make you think that we're doing better than we are, because we are not. Okay, so just FYI. All right, Mo says if a bankruptcy is good enough for a president, it's good enough for regular folks. I agree. It is definitely good enough for regular folks. And y'all, he filed bankruptcy 5 times and still became president. Okay, so y'all, and yes, I know some people are gonna say it's because of this and all of that. I don't know. I didn't look up to see if Barack and Michelle them did it, but I'm pretty sure they did. You know who else is filing bankruptcy? Johnson and Johnson. The same people who done pumped all these doggone vaccines. They probably, and I looked, they didn't have a good year. They did not have a good year. Their stocks aren't doing so well. So what do they want to do? They want to file for protection so their creditors can't force them to pay back bills when their money isn't like it should be. That's what y'all need to understand. It's there to protect you, not to take from you. It's kind of like what the police is supposed to do. Not everybody, but y'all get what I'm saying? All right, let me see. It says, which is better, chapter 7 or 13? Well, you don't really get to choose which one. Your situation and your income and all those things choose which one is the best for you. I mean, if I had my choice, I would wish that everybody could do a chapter 7, because a chapter 7 basically um means you throw all your debt into bankruptcy, then you don't pay anybody back for the most part. Sometimes you will. I've seen some people have their tax I've seen some people have their tax refunds not taken, but the court would ask them to hand over a certain amount of money when they get their taxes. But if you compare what they're taking to what you don't have to pay back no more, I mean, I've seen one girl with 3 repos. I don't know how she was able to get 3 cars, and have a repo 3 times, but it happened. I seen one mom had her 19-year-old daughter file because her daughter got into a car accident, which is I don't know if I told y'all that last week, but I talked to someone last week. The son got a motorcycle and he was in a car accident before he made his first payment. Uh, and medical bills are already at $300,000, and he's only 25. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, look at bankruptcy. Ever thought about it? And she was like, no, 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 no. And I'm like, you need to go educate yourself, because it's not as bad as I think as people think. You worried about it showing up on his credit, but what you should be concerned about is when creditors following, or that debt following your son forever for $300,000. I don't know how many people would just let that kind of debt walk away. Okay, so we have to stop thinking that it's always a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing, right? Let me see. So I told you about the LinkedIn. Oh, I got another one, right? Because y'all know my 2 words is free and bankruptcy. Okay, so look. And I know I said we're gonna talk taxes tonight, and we are, but I had someone text me, and this person gave me, thank you, Alex, gave me the permission to use what happened to him to educate y'all. Okay, so I'm looking at the bars. I hope you guys on YouTube can hear me. Hey, Darnell. Okay. Let me look and see if y'all asked anything really quick. Okay. All right. All right. So my friend got a job and got a notification from HR that they are garnishing his wages for a lawsuit that he did not know about. Okay, so some of you may or may not have, and there's a rocket going up right now. It's so crazy, it's shaking everything right now. Another one for Elon Musk. Okay, so anyway, he got a notification that they're going to be taking money out of his checks. Okay, getting his wages garnished, and he was like, I don't know where this is coming from. So some of you, I'm trying to see if there's a connection between ADP, which is that payroll servicer, and the courts, because I've been seeing a lot of people are saying that they got a notification from ADP that they're getting wage garnishments. Okay, and I don't know if people are searching to see that you're working or not. Okay, but it doesn't hurt, folks. It doesn't hurt to look yourself up at the courthouse every once in a while. All right. I know it probably sounds stupid because nobody see. Okay, OG Bootsy, that could be why. Okay, because I'm definitely in a lot of Reddit groups, and a lot of people are saying they're getting notifications from HR, from the payroll department. So I don't know if they're verifying your social through the employment line to find that you got a job. But this person got sued back in 2008 and just found out that they're going to they're going to garnish his wages, and the amount is like $14,000, and they're going to take, they said 25% of his check. All right. So he asked, what should he do? Okay. So again, if y'all have questions like this, and I talk to people like this all the time, y'all know you can go to my website, shamikasaves.com, because I talk to y'all be having some good stories, okay? But hey, I'm gonna give you my best opinion. Okay, this is entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, but I'm gonna give you my best advice that I have, and we're gonna go from there. All right. So basically, he was like, "What should I do?" And I said, "Well, do you drive the car anymore?" And he said, "No." And I said, okay, do you have any other debts on your credit? And he said, I got some medical bills. And I said, all right. I said, you don't own a house, do you? And he was like, nope. And I was like, well, um, you might should think about looking into bankruptcy. He said, I was going to file bankruptcy, but I wasn't sure. He was like, I just needed to hear somebody else say it so that I know that it's real. Okay. So he had already done his little research, and then, so we talked about a couple of things, but even though he's not driving that car, and I'm not saying that you should rush out and do it, but why should he have 25% of his wages garnished? Now, yes, he should have went to court, but that's a lot of money. Okay. And who is going to have where are people are already struggling. So to have 25% of my wages garnished, I'm filing bankruptcy. And that's exactly what he did. Okay. So thank you, Alex, for letting me use that information. But I'm going to do a video on it so you can actually see the report, because I was like, 2008, that's a long time ago. And sometimes these creditors will come after you with a time barred debt. And a time barred debt is a debt that they technically cannot pursue you for because the statute of limitations ran out. So anytime anybody asks me or say they've been sued by somebody, I'll ask them what state do they live in, because where you live in matters. And what state did you get the debt in? I always say, what state did you do it in? Most people got the debt in the same state that they live. And we look up the statute of limitations. And this person, the statute of limitations for this state was 6 years. A creditor could sue them for 6 years. This happened in 2008. 2008 plus 6 years does not equal to 2023. And y'all know I hate doing math on the fly. All right. So I knew then, okay, sounds fishy. But what I had to do was we had to actually see the court order. So I'm letting y'all know, if you get contacted, you get sued by these creditors, do not ignore it. Go to court, even if you can't pay. Because if they win a judgment against you, they're going to garnish your wages. So the only thing you can do so they can't garnish your wages is not work or get Social Security. And they're going to try to do that. Okay. So, and since you don't want to hide like a man trying not to pay child support, you need to just go ahead and show up and go to court and respond to the people. Okay. Respond to them. Has anybody been sued by a creditor? Let me ask that. And did you pay them, or did they garnish your wages? Hey, Mariah, how are you? That's what I want to know. Who has been sued by a creditor already? Okay. Hey, Nicola, I know somebody done had someone walk up to them and call them by their full government name and say, you have been served. Okay. All right. Okay. So, let me see. Oh, I know what I wanted to say too. Let me see if y'all just want to make sure y'all not asking nothing. All right. So I told y'all last week I had someone, that had that owed the IRS $200,000 plus $1,000, but I got the full amount. All right. So let me get this letter up real quick. This is the amount. Okay, y'all I know y'all can't see it. Okay, but it is a hot ass. Look at that. You see all them 60? Y'all see them now? YouTube, I know y'all can see them straight. Okay, but that says $242,638. What if y'all got a letter like that from the IRS? Would you pass out? Because I know I would. Okay, I was biting the back of my tongue or something. Okay. Oh, Miss Orr says, I was sued when my ex-husband took a loan against my house and never paid it. Okay, Miss Orr. Well, is that settled? I'm sorry that happened to you. Ooh, $50,000. I'm telling you, ooh, honey. He might have to have my life insurance policy taken out on him, honey. Sino says, I got sued. I went to court. I told them I haven't worked since 2010 and they threw it out. Bam. You see what I'm saying? If my friend just would have went to court, he wouldn't have that 14,000 coming at him. Okay. 25% is a lot to come out your check, especially when it's not child support. Okay. Woo. Shay says, what's Shay? Thank you, Shay. Shay says that I got served on my birthday. I went to court and never paid them a dime. I was self-employed at the time. I'm telling you. Thank you, Shay. Y'all got to go to court, man. We cannot be running from these people. Just go, okay? A lot of time they already know. They can look at you when you walk in and go, yeah, I ain't gonna get no money out of this person, okay? That means also don't go in there in your Sunday best. Look like you want to be presented. You're broke, so look broke, all right? Let's see. Ora says, yes, I had to go to court and pay 10,000 to clear it. And then he has to continue paying 500. Good. That is good. Very, very good. Well, you know what? I mean, unfortunately, he took it out. But before I finish this IRS thing, Miss Ora, you just brought me to something. So someone asked a question in the group, and for those who have not watched, well, y'all haven't watched because it comes on tomorrow. So tomorrow is Halloween, but I am having a video come out tomorrow. I think it comes out at 10 o'clock. Okay. So if you are a follow on my YouTube, you'll see it. If you are not a follow on my YouTube, you have no excuse. Subscribe. Okay. But the video is going to be talking about how you can get out of these SBA loans, these EIDL loans, if you have them, because a lot of y'all have these loans and now it's time to repay them, and the SBA has been blowing up your phone. Okay, so you want to know, what you can do and if you qualify for certain things. All right. Let me see. If YouTube is going slow, I'm sorry. It looks like it's going in and out, so I apologize about that. Hey, Christopher Troutman, how are you? I'm doing fine. All right, so if you haven't, go and check that out tomorrow, so you can see what to do. So that brought me to what Miss Ora was saying about the lawsuit. In the group, the person said someone took out a loan in their name, but it was fraudulent. But although the police are working the case, the SBA still has them on the hook for the loan. What can they do? Okay. So y'all know one of my two favorite words, but I want you to watch the video so that you can see. So if this happens to anyone that y'all know that got someone took out a loan in their name just because it's being investigated, that doesn't always mean that the SBA is going to discontinue their search of trying to get that money from you, because they still want to be paid. Okay. Because to them, it ain't a crime until they catch someone, probably. That is something you may need to find out. All right. So I'm not gonna say this for everyone, but that's what you need to find out. Because this person, someone took out a $200,000 loan and now he's on the hook. Okay. And the higher the loan amounts, okay. And for a person who gets a $200,000 loan, that's why y'all need to watch the video tomorrow. Depending on the amount of the loan you got, depends on how the SBA treats you and what they come after when you get these loans. So some people got, small loans, 20,000, 10,000. Some people like that guy got 200,000, 150,000. So depending on your loan type, it depends on what they come after. All right. So you want to know the difference between the two. Okay. Shay says, I got sued back in 2014. I filed bankruptcy. He resurfaced last year by renewing the debt. I hired an attorney and he had to pay me $5,000. Bam. Oh man, thank you, Shay. So y'all see that? Now that's smart. Okay, so let me break that down real quick. So Shay got sued in 2014. She filed bankruptcy. Boom. You know why? Because what did I say? It's that basket of protection. Okay. So she filed bankruptcy so that the creditor could not come after her. Okay, so I'm not sure which type you filed. Which type did you file, Shay? 13 or 7? If she filed a 7, she probably didn't pay the creditor anything. So the person got mad, and she says he resurfaced last year by renewing the debt. Basically meaning reporting back again on the credit that the debt hasn't been paid. Too, because some people really do play these games, y'all. They do. They get mad and they punish you because they have the reporting rights. They have the rights to report to the credit bureaus. And that's what this person did. They went back and re-reported an old time bar debt. Also, the debt also could not be renewed because it was discharged or dismissed. It was the bankruptcy was basically dismissed from her having the responsibility of paying it because she filed under the protection, the basket, y'all, of bankruptcy. Okay, so very smart. So she then hired an attorney because Shay knew that, wait a minute, I put this. This was already discharged, but dismissed. Okay, you can say discharge or dismiss when you're talking about a debt, because that's how you do it with the student loan. So that's why I'm saying either one. So I apologize if I'm confusing anyone. But she basically was like, I know that I've already got rid of this debt. So now I'm going to hire an attorney because you, one, won't take it off my credit. I'm sure that's what happened. And then she went to court and won $5,000. Oh, is that not the way to stick it to the man? Oh my goodness. Bam, Shay, okay, you get a whole bunch of high fives for that. Very, very smart. Okay. So y'all can do, and she filed a chapter 7. Bam. Which meant, let me show y'all can see she says 7, which meant she didn't pay him a thing. So that's why I want y'all to start thinking about bankruptcy different, y'all. Okay. Shay flipped it on him and got 5,000 back. All right. So very smart. Okay. Any questions? Y'all drop those. Okay. It says, no, they need to consent to put anything on your credit report. Well, see, they're not. See, the reason why they'll never do that is because these credit bureaus have senators and congressmen, in their back pocket, and they are going to have people going to fight for the right that is not fair to them. Okay, so these credit bureaus make money because they have people pay them to report on you. So if they had your consent to report on your credit, they will never get paid. So it's all a money game. Okay. It has nothing to do with you. They don't really care about you. That's what anyone that's friends with the bank is not your friend. Okay. Y'all know they say an enemy of an enemy is my friend. That ain't true. An enemy, well, I guess the enemy of your enemy is a friend. It can be, but probably the enemy of your enemy, you don't ain't gonna like them anyway. Okay. Banks and credit bureaus, they act like they're not friends, but they are. Okay, so people sometimes who act like they don't like each other love each other in the back. You just don't get to see it. So I leave both of them alone. All right, let me keep going. And again, share it, like the video. Appreciate y'all support. Let me see. Mariah says, someone who is with Westlake Financial recently returned their car. They told her they will accept $8,000 and she could get the car back. Is that a scam to get her money? Not necessarily. Thank you. That's a good question. That is not necessarily a scam. And y'all know what I might do as soon as I get to my steady location. I'm gonna do a call in so y'all can just call in and ask these questions. I think that would be so much fun, and I think it would be dope. Okay, I already got the number and everything. I'm just waiting until I get in one location so I can do this one time. Okay, because I am tired of moving around. Okay, so that is not necessarily a scam. Because I don't want to have to go back and forth, I'll tell you that if it is legit, it should only have been either through mail. Sometimes they can talk to them on phone, but ask them, can you get it in writing? Preferably something that they can mail to you, because you need something tangible so that in the case it becomes a issue later, you have something proof. I have seen creditors say that they don't want the car back, and the reason they probably don't want the car back is because it's not worth anything. So they're settling with you to take a certain amount so that you can keep it so they don't have to deal with it. But that doesn't mean that this is legit. Now, if you want to, Mariah, y'all know, hit me up on the thing because you are regular. Send me a message on my website. I can take a look at what they sent. I don't know if they called, but if it's something that they sent you, I can look. I can check the email, and I'll show you how you can verify it to see if it's legit. But most times, just call Westlake back and ask for that person's extension, and they should answer. Okay. But no, that does happen. That actually does happen. Okay. Hey, Game Over, how are you? I ain't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Now there are scams out there. Okay, there are scams. Someone sent me a fake text message from the IRS, and I knew immediately it was a scam because the IRS's website will never end in a .com. Okay, it will always end in a .gov. So that's the first things. So if anybody sends you anything and they say they're from the IRS, whether it's and they send you a text message or they send you an email, or even if it's the SBA, the first thing I do is check who it came from to see if it has a .gov. That's usually the first indicator because a lot of people don't go and check it. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Mariah. Okay. So what time is it real quick? All right. 7:42. So before we go, so remember the 242,000. So y'all know it's real. 242,638. This is a real person that came, a husband and wife. Real quick, rundown. They're in the military, bought a home, sold the home when they got orders to go someplace else. They filed their taxes for that year that they, in the following year, of course, you file taxes for the previous year. They filed the taxes and they didn't get anything from buying or selling the house. So they just thought, okay, we're just filing our taxes as normal. 2 years went by and that letter came with the $242,638. So they are freaking out because they don't know what. Okay. So actually, out of the $242,000, 40,000 of it is late fees and penalties. Okay. So the IRS does penalize you per day when you owe. And sometimes just because you made a mistake. And if I went through the actual letter, they actually charged them for making a mistake. For filing wrong, that was $4,000. Okay. For making the mistake. And then now you owe us the additional 36,000 for being late, taxes, fees, and fines, and all that good stuff. Okay. So here is something to take from somebody's situation. In the event you buy a home, you need to collect a tax document from your let me take that back. Not when you buy a home, when you sell your home. Okay. When you buy a home, just keep your paperwork. Okay. Because you just so you will know the purchase price. Okay. Most of you don't remember your purchase price after you've been in your home for so long. Okay. So you just need something so that shows the purchase price, whether that's your title paperwork or your contract, whatever it is. So keep that. But if you sell your home, you also need to collect a 1099. All right. So let me show y'all why everything is a 1099, because a 1099 to the IRS means information report. Okay. So you know how they got a 1099K and a 1099C and a 1099R. All the 1099 means to the IRS is that is information on you that they have to send to the IRS. Okay. Now the letter behind it is tells the IRS who paid you and what it's for. Okay. So this person got a 1099S, which means it's for the sale or the proceeds from a home. Okay. From a home sale. All right. So if you sell your home, you need to collect a 1099S, because you could be like this person with this $242,000 bill because the IRS didn't catch the mistake and they waited 2 years. Okay. The person did not report that they purchased a home and that they sold the home, and the 1099S had already been sent to the IRS. So when the IRS wrote this person this letter, now if you've ever been contacted by them, you know they do their own math. So they saw that this person sold a house for $540,000, and they are saying, where is our piece of that money? Plus the person's regular income. So the IRS got that 1099, that information report, letting them know that, hey, this person sold a house and they sold it for 540,000. So the IRS doesn't know you paid off a house, which you would think that if I bought a house, most people got to pay off their mortgage, but they don't know that, because the mortgage computers, the bank, they're not talking to the IRS about that. All the IRS is thinking that this person got 540,000 and didn't pay taxes. So that's why they ended up owing so much money. Okay. So after collecting all these forms, which were very difficult for them to get, that's why you guys need to make sure you get them. A 1099S. If you sell your home, you need to get that, because they're sending it to the IRS. And the IRS doesn't know you paid off your home with your money and you only kept what was left over. They don't know that. All right. And you also need to know, lastly, is how much did you pay out of that money to real estate agents? Most real estate agents get 6%. You need to know how much. So if you bought a house, you need to know that 6% that you paid out. That's in your contract. You need to know it. Why? Because when you sell your house, that information will lower your amount in taxes you have to pay. See, it's little small things that people don't know that will save them a lot of money. So this person went from owing $242,000, and I'm gonna get to y'all question in a minute. Now they only owe $2,900. A simple mistake like that. And I don't think that's a very simple mistake, because a lot of people don't buy and sell homes. Okay. But for some of you that have homes, or anyone that's planning on buying a home. That's very good information that you need to know, because a lot of people who do taxes, they don't do taxes. They just punch numbers in. They do data entry. That's the difference. Okay. Let me move on. Mariah says, have you heard anything about the farmer's grant? They always have a farmer's grant. Always have a farmer's grant. I will be careful about those. In most cases, if it's not by the USDA, I wouldn't put too much stock into it unless it's from your state or local government. Okay. Benny says, who do you recommend for tax prep? Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block or someone else? Well, I do taxes, so I'm gonna always recommend myself because I'm the one who actually sits with y'all and educate y'all on taxes every single week. And I can tell you Jackson Hewitt and H&R Block don't do that. Now, I have nothing against neither of those companies. The only issue is just because they work there don't mean they got trained well. Okay, so anybody can hire someone to do data entry and put this number here from this number here and put this number here, but it doesn't mean when they get a 1099-S they know where it goes, because a lot of people don't do those. Okay, so if you have children, you got disabled people, you're a teacher, if you have something different than just a simple tax return, you need to make sure the person knows how to do taxes and not data entry, because it's the difference. Thank you, Mariah. She says, I recommend Shamika, period. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, because I'm always going to try to teach you something about some taxes. Thank you, Mo. Mo says, I recommend Shamika for taxes too. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Allison says, most preparers are clueless on prepping tax returns. I agree. I posted that on my story because I wanted people to see that small mistakes like that matter. Okay. And what we're going to do is, even though we got them down to $2,000, the IRS still wants the penalty money. So this is also how you need to make sure you have somebody that knows how to do taxes, because if they're not informed, they're not going to tell you that, oh, I know I amended your taxes, but you still owe the penalty. So that $40,000 I'm talking about, they still owe it. So what we're going to do, and listen, here goes me sharing something with y'all. You can always look it up, or you can go to my website and ask me for it later in the chat box. It is a program called the First Time Tax Abatement. Okay. I hope y'all heard me say that on YouTube, because it looks like it's acting up again. But First Time Tax Abatement. So that is for individuals who have never had any issue with their taxes before. Okay. You didn't have an issue. The IRS can look and say, oh, can this person file their taxes on time? They didn't owe. We didn't have to come after them before. And basically you are going, please, Uncle Sam, please take this late fee off. Okay. Basically, that's what you're doing. I have been good. I have never been in trouble before. Y'all done begged before. Okay. So basically, that's what you're doing via an application. Okay. And we are going to ask for the removal of that $40,000, because just because we amended the taxes doesn't mean the problem went away. And if y'all get letters from the IRS, because they are sending them out, please make sure that you read and sign, because you need to respond. Okay. If you don't respond, you are telling them, do whatever you like, like the lady on Coming to America. Okay. We don't want that. So respond, sign, mail it back pronto. Okay. Show Crew says, do you have a special time you come on? Yes, I come on Mondays at 7, but I also have a YouTube page where you can catch my videos. But you also, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you could also do go to my website, Shamika Saves, and we could talk. I would like to become more regular, but not until I get in a stable situation. For those who've been around for a while, y'all know what I'm talking about. So once I'm in a better situation, I will like to do something every single day, because every single day it is always something so juicy. And sometimes I hate to wait to talk to y'all once a week. Okay. But y'all don't have to wait to see me live. Y'all know y'all can talk to me more than that, because most of y'all even got my phone number anyway. Okay. All right. Sharon says, hey, Shamika, I can hear you well in here. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for letting me know. I am Eastern time zones. Okay. So 7 for me. I don't know what that is for y'all. All right. Let me run this down really quick, because I said I was going to go through my pictures, because I'm always taking pictures of something. So I already talked about the $100 million grant if you live in Florida for the income for the utility assistance. I already told y'all Johnson & Johnson is filing for bankruptcy. Okay. So y'all know if the rich people can do it, everybody else can too. Okay. Let me see. I forgot Halloween is tomorrow, but let me just remind you guys that October is Domestic Violence Month and it is also Breast Cancer Month. So if you can tomorrow, while y'all at work, wear something purple or pink in um homage of someone else. Okay. So I got on my pink today. I wore purple last weekend. So okay. All right. So let me keep going. Oh, anybody on here that's a veteran and you get disability, you can go to your phone provider. Okay, T-Mobile, Verizon, Metro, whatever. Let them know you get disability, and you will automatically be enrolled in the ACP, the Affordable Connectivity Program. But also, if you receive any form of government assistance, Social Security, food stamps, financial aid, that is all government assistance. Y'all need to be going and getting y'all free tablets, lowering y'all cell phone bills, seeing if you can get you a free hotspot and even a laptop. Okay, so do I think they all going to be in your business? Yes, just don't do nothing crazy on them. Okay, but go and get your stuff. Okay, I don't know why start gifting them things to these kids. Okay, so you wanted them to have a tablet, give them your tablet. They want their cell phone, give them your Obama phone. Okay, so if y'all on these programs, y'all should have these things. Okay, so but this now for people who get disability. So a lot of people didn't know that. So if you know anyone that gets veteran disability, then tell them to go on over and they can use that to get on some of these programs. Okay. It says I literally only worked for a month or so this year, but I have 3 kids. You think I'll be able to get a refund? Absolutely. Remember, at least until a child is, I'm going to say 13, 14, you'll always be able to get money back just because you're going to get your child care credit. If they're in daycare, you're going to get the dependent care credit. And then you get the earned income credit. So those are all refundable credits. All right. So that's why y'all need to watch me, because of how many of H&R Block and Jackson Hewitt is telling y'all what a refundable credit is. So a lot of y'all are thinking, oh, I got this, and I'm going to get something back. Like if y'all get a Tesla, which is great, but it doesn't mean you're going to get money back. Okay. Somebody told me they just got one of those cars that charge, because they're going to get so much money. They're going to get like $6,500 back. And I'm like, no, you're not. You have to get a refundable credit. Just because it's a credit doesn't mean it's coming back to you. Children are you get refundable credits for children. Okay. For energy cars and some of these other credits that they tell you about, you ain't getting nothing for that. Okay. All you get is a thank you. And if you owe us any money, we'll take something off. Okay. They need to call it a discount, not a credit, because you ain't getting nothing. Okay. John says, does IRS waive taxes for disabled vets in Florida or Texas or nationwide? Do you mean waive taxes as if you owe debt? Absolutely not. The IRS will not do that. They are a branch of the government and they need their money too. If you do owe the IRS a debt, you can put the IRS debt in bankruptcy as long as it's 2 years old. Okay. And remember, if you owe and 2 years means, so right now we're in 2023, so that means debts that you got in 2021 or 2020 you can put in the bankruptcy. You will not be able to put the debt that's from 2022 until 2024. Okay, until next year. So y'all need to make sure you're paying attention to the 2 years. All right, and I'm not telling you that the IRS website says that. Okay, anybody want to see, I'll definitely send you the link. Okay, but yes, you can put IRS debts in your bankruptcy. Bam, bam. How many of y'all knew that? You can also put food stamp overpayments and Social Security overpayments. Okay. And if one of my normals was here, I would shout her out. Okay. But just so y'all know that you can put some government debts into your bankruptcy, and no, you can't do child support. No, you can't do any criminal fines. Or Miss Ora says, Miss Tamika, I missed the grant in Florida. What was that? The grant is for the utility assistance, the LAHEAP program. Okay. So if you need, I'm Eastern, Sharku. If you need utility assistance, you can just do 211, or in our area, you could just do community action. Down low, Lottie says, can my daughter claim me on her taxes? She's 18 and I had no income. Honestly, the only way that she really going to claim you and it's going to make sense is if you're disabled. If just claiming you as a dependent, most times it's not really going to make sense, because the IRS is going to know that that an 18-year-old We know there's people struggle out there, but they know an 18-year-old probably doesn't have the capacity to earn enough money because that person's probably still in school to hold down a full-time job enough to take care of a household. So I wouldn't even try that one. Unless you're disabled, that would be the only way I would say that she could claim you. Okay. Thank you for asking. Thank you, Mariah. Let's see. Mika says, can you use it per child for the government to discount for phone service? No, they do it one per household, unfortunately. Okay. Yes, it's one per household. Now, on the laptop program though, you may be able to get more than one laptop because a lot of these come through nonprofit agencies, and as long as you will, a lot of times you'll pay a certain portion, and you can get them. So it's all on that. It's all on the website. You can go to Google and you can type ACP providers, and it should give you the website for the FTC. I think it's Federal Trade Commission. No, excuse me, FCC. Jesus, the communications, whatever, FCC. I forgot what it stands for, but you will be able to get the list of providers from that. Okay. Nicola says, "Can you speak on the grant flow?" Yeah, no grant. It's just the LAHEAP. So I mean, they did get $100 million. So if you do need utility assistance, please go ahead on and use that money up. Okay. There also should be money coming to the states. I just saw last week from the federal government to, but it's going to be to push people to get into homes. Okay, so again, if you are looking to buy a home, all I'm going to say is we got to make sure that credit is right and that you are being reasonable. Okay, we can stop getting these houses, and I can say I'm guilty of that. Get a house you fall in love with, and then you realize, oh damn, there's more house than I thought. There's more stuff I got to do than I thought I have to do. And now you're sitting there going, well, damn, is it the grass being cut or is it the cable being paid? You know what I'm saying? Lobster or hamburgers, that type thing. Okay. Let me see what y'all asking. All right, applying for SSDI. Okay, so if you're applying is not being on it. So, but once you get approved, then you will be considered disabled. Then she will be able to claim you as a dependent because it does ask a question, and she'll get the $500. She gets $500 for you. In most cases, okay. In most cases, she gets 500. All right. See what Benny says. I think it's 8. Yes, 8. Benny says, "Do you have a PO box where you can send your Christmas gift? Thinking ahead a month or so away." Oh, that's so sweet. But you know what? Being that this is Domestic Violence Month, okay, Benny, I have had a stalker, okay, and so as much as I would love to give my address, I don't know. But you know, a PO box I probably could do. I can have somebody else go and get that. Send me a message on my website, okay? And I'm not making light of anybody being stalked. I really have one. Y'all go on my YouTube page and look at my video because I just hit my anniversary of the shooting a week ago. So for this Christmas, I guess, just like from all my other Christmas, I am going to now be a gunshot wound victim, okay? Which means I don't celebrate Halloween, so I'm just going to be what I am. But that's that's on me. All right, real quick. If you have a P10, you need to renew it by the end of the year. Okay, it's almost that time, guys. And yes, you got to pay if you haven't done it in a while. All right. Let me see. Hold on. I did have some stuff, and I'm gonna look at y'all things if y'all have. I already told y'all about Johnson and Johnson. Let me go down my list if I missed anything. Oh, the IRS is also allowing you, if you took out an ERC, if you did an ERC, and I know a lot of people probably did an ERC, but if you did that employment retention credit loan and you think that it was not right and that you should not have done it, now that you're sitting back and thinking about it, the IRS will allow you to amend your taxes. And they're calling it the amnesty period. So you will be able to go and say, hey, you know what? I don't think I want this loan anymore. And you can take it off basically just by amending your taxes so that they can get through this backlog of 52 million people that are supposedly waiting on their ERC payment. Okay. So if you're one of those individuals that you went to someone, and if y'all know someone, please let them know that they have an amnesty period now. They are giving, and the IRS usually after October 15th, man, that's the last call for alcohol, okay? But they are now giving you time to go and amend those taxes to get these things off that you know you probably should not have filed, okay? Thank you, Benny. Benny says, thank you for all you do for us. I appreciate that. Nicole said, yes, I need help with my light bill. Yes, ma'am. Well, Nicole, you can send me go to community action if you're in the area. I think you're in this area. So if you are, you can go to community action or just do 211. It says, do you know what taxes credits you get for purchasing a home? You don't get any tax credits for purchasing a home. You may get something maybe in your state, okay, but federally, when a person puts in your information from a home, it's on the 1098 form. It's coming from your mortgage company, and they're going to report who the mortgage company is. If you paid any money in points, meaning if, and y'all know I told you, if you buy a house and it has a high interest rate, and you're like, man, you know what, I don't sign for this contract, but I don't want that interest rate. I think I want to change it to 6. You can, if your bank will allow you to do it, you can say, hey, how much is it going to cost me to go from 8% down to 6%? And when you go to close on the house, you write a check. Okay, so they're going to ask you how much you pay for points. So that's going to be on the 1098. And what else is going to be on 1098 is how much interest you pay. So even though you put in your interest, I can tell you 99.9% of the time, it doesn't give you $1 difference on your taxes. You're just putting it on your taxes for reporting purposes, okay? So if they do any type of first-time home buyer credit, that'll be something that they may throw in later. I have not seen them do that. Your state may do that, but that's only if you pay state taxes. So if y'all looking for it in Florida, you ain't gonna get it because you don't pay state taxes here, okay? That's another thing. So y'all got to remember now, when y'all do these taxes, if you live in a state that you pay state tax, you got to do more. Some of y'all going to people who file taxes and forget to file a state tax. Crazy. Okay. When you file your taxes, well, nobody really files their taxes until, oh yeah. Okay. Mika, you already asked that question. Okay. Allison says it's a payroll credit and folks forget that means for W-2 employees, not independent contractors. There you go. That is true. Now they can give a payroll, and they may. So when you are self-employed, a lot of times you don't get these things. And what's the name of the payroll credit that you're talking about, Allison? Please. It says off topic. Can I buy someone's LLC? No, that's not off topic. That's on brand for what we talk about over here. Yes, if you want to buy someone's LLC, you can. I know it's after 8. I ain't doing nothing. So if y'all don't mind, I'll stay on with y'all. If you don't, if y'all don't mind. If y'all gotta go, I understand. I'll just get off when y'all get off. But I ain't doing nothing, okay? So yes, you can buy someone's LLC. That is usually called a shelf corporation or age. Some people call it a shell corporation, like a shell you find at the sea, or a shelf, one you put books on. Okay, so whichever one is the same damn thing. The government likes to call it a shell, and the reason why a lot of people don't like to use the word shell with the one you find in the sea is because most people buy those so that they can funnel money to themselves. Now I'm gonna tell you how it works. Okay, I just looked at somebody's I just typed in something on Google, man, and it brought up somebody's bank statement. So yes, I looked, it was posted, whatever. Okay. So as I'm looking at this bank statement, I'm noticing that this person makes a cash deposit for maybe $12,000 every day. Okay. But every day they then transfer that money from that they put in as cash, because remember, when you go to your bank, if you deposit the money as cash, it's instant, meaning it becomes instantly available because it's cash. If you deposit a check, you only get a certain portion available. And that is only based on the activity of the account and the bank and how they feel about you. Okay. And your activity. So it's a lot of things. Okay. Which is why scammers love to have crackheads go and deposit these checks and then go to the ATM later and try to pull money out because they know they give you some money available. Okay. So y'all know how I am about when I be talking about stuff. Okay. So this person was putting the money in the account cash and then turned around and every day was sending the money to a business. So although it was depositing 12,000, at the end of the day, it might have been $200 left. Now I noticed what was funny about it was this was happening every single day for a month. It was a bank statement. So now I'm not a federal agent, but it don't take much to know that that is how people funnel money. That is money laundering by doing things like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if they were doing anything illegal with the funds, but that is what will get people's attention. So when somebody goes and buys an LLC, usually that is uh, what they're doing with them. Okay, they do other things with them too, but that's one of the things. Because if you wanted an LLC, you could just make one. If you're trying to get a loan from a bank, you don't have to buy an age corporation to do that. Um, Unless you're having your profile professionally built, you let them buy that as a part of a package. Okay. And we can talk about that if that's something y'all interested in. But most time your personal credit needs to be good, and you can start with a fresh LLC and still get credit. Okay. So a lot of y'all think that you're going to buy a business and you can go and get a $20,000 loan in 2 weeks. It don't work like that. No. Somebody also asked me, do you know how I can report on my own credit? You can't. Okay. It's a lot of work to report on people's credit. You got to have like 500 applications of people who've already given you their social that you can go when these people come to your office, because they're going to come to your office to verify you have one. It's a lot of work. All right. So if you're not a real deal, they ain't going to give you nothing. So you're not reporting on your credit. So if anybody telling you that they're lying, and if they tell you they can do it by buying somebody else's stuff and putting it in, I'm not talking about authorized users. I'm talking about, oh, I can add a mortgage to your credit. If somebody's telling you they can add a mortgage to your credit and you know you don't own that house and you didn't apply, run, because they're definitely doing something fraudulent to do it. Okay. And I don't even need to tell you what they're doing. They are, because you know you don't have it. All right. Let me see if y'all asking anything. Okay, Nicole, you're in Broward, so then do 211, but it's still LIHEAP in the whole state of Florida. I think it's LIHEAP. It might I think it's two H's in there, okay? But they definitely got $100 million. And someone from Community Action already had told me they got money. So if you local here to where I am, then they definitely got money, okay? And as a reminder, I don't know if we talked about this that much, but remember, guys, next year, if you have a business, if you have that LLC, you will have to claim it. Okay, they're going to make you claim that you are the authorizing official if you own more than 50% of a LLC. They want to know who is the person making these decisions. Okay, your banks are going to start to ask that. Okay, I even went, if you log into some of your credit card, if you have anything that's business or any account that's business, something, now they're asking you to update who is the individual that owns 50% or more. They want to know. Yo-Yo says, can you get another LLC if you had one and it expired? I told someone, I asked. Hey, Yo-Yo, yeah, you can get an LLC if it expired. So if you're in the state of Florida, they will let you get a name that someone had, or that. So if it's a business that you had that closed, and this is for anybody, you can just pay the fines and reopen it, and you're going to reopen the business, and you're also going to reclaim the time that you lost. So if that business had been closed for 5 years, if you're ready to pay them $1,000, you'll have a 5-year-old business. Okay. Even though it was closed all the time, you bought it back. Now, if you want to buy somebody, if let's see, so if somebody else had an LLC that expired and you now want to open that same name that somebody else had, you have to wait a certain amount of time. In most states, it's 1 year. So you have to see when the business closed officially, and then you have to wait a year, and then you apply, and then you could have the name. Okay, a lot of times they do that. Or you can contact the person that owned it and ask them if they will allow you, to have the company if you will pay the back amount. And all they would have to do is change the ownership from them to you. Same thing that you would have to do. Okay, so that way you can let them know. So let them know, Yo-Yo, that I answered the question. Okay. Darnell says, I take care of my father and he get food stamps. I need a laptop. I need the info. ACP. Just go to Google with Darnell and just type A is in Apple, C is in Charlie, P is in Paul, and ACP providers, and you'll see it. There's a website and a big old Excel spreadsheet. Most of y'all who came to me in the on my website, I sent you the spreadsheet. Okay. D-Town Lottie says, elderly family member needs home care payable through insurance. You talked about it before. Yeah. There are a lot of people that are doing that. Okay. I told you guys, if you want to be able to get paid for people that you are already taking care of. If they're already on Social Security disability, if they have some form of insurance that is paying for them, then you guys should look at being their provider by getting certified to be a home health aide. And then after you become certified to be a home health aide, not home health aide, I apologize. Home health aide doesn't need certification. Be certified to be a CNA, certified nurse assistant. So get certified to become a CNA. Then after you do that, you can create you a companion care business. Now I'm going to tell you, if the person takes medication, and if you don't have like a med tech license, something like that, you may have an issue. Okay, so if you are just going to sit with the person, all right, this is not doing any type of medical things that a nurse would do. Okay, so you can open up a business if you want, or you can go and work and contract yourself for a business. I personally would say start your own business and then to do the Medicaid application, or whomever it is that they have. If they have Blue Cross Blue Shield, well, then you need to be a billing provider through Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they apply to have you be the person that gives them the service since you're the closest to them, and then now you can provide service to them. I know that may sound a little glossed over and easy. It's probably more when we actually get into it. But basically that is what you would do. Okay. It's probably I could answer it better if I knew if I had time to look to see what your state explicitly required, but you would do something of that down that line. So don't be letting your loved ones get taken care of by someone else and you looking like and you got somebody else taking care of them and then you doing all the work because they don't know how to take care of them. Okay. So I'm trying to think, is that it? Again, all right, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna see if y'all ask anything, but if not, we're gonna just run through really quick what I was saying. Um, if you got Mohela loans, check out your loans. Okay, make sure the amounts are right. See if y'all are in forbearance. You might be and don't even know it. If you have a LinkedIn profile, go on a computer. Okay, actually send me a message. I'll send you the instructions. But when I get off here, I'm gonna download my report. I'm pretty curious. I love to see what these reports have because it be stuff you done forgot. Okay, that you like. Let me clean this up real quick. Okay. I told y'all what to do if you get sued. Okay, make sure you check those statute of limitations to make sure people can legally sue you. Is it a time barred debt? That's what you need to know. And y'all know if they're right, then maybe bankruptcy is an option for you. Okay. I told y'all if you know somebody that got an SBA loan, whether it was legal, fraudulent or not, if you're having problems with paying that SBA loan back, okay, I got my video coming out tomorrow on my page on YouTube. So y'all make sure I go look at that. It comes out at 10 o'clock in the morning. So be ready. All right. I didn't mention this tonight, but there is the IRS free file, okay, where you're going to be able to do your own taxes, the simple taxes in 13 states starting next year. Some of y'all will be, I guess you're going to go to the IRS website and try to apply. And if you're able to get through, then you're going to be able to do the IRS free file. That's if you choose to do it. Just remember, if you live in a state where you have state taxes, you cannot do that online. You're going to have to go and pay somebody else to do that. Okay. Which to me is stupid. But the state got to get their money too. So if you're going to pay one, you might as well pay for all, but that's just me. And remember, it's only for basic taxes, nothing fancy at all. Thank you, Nicola. Check it out, please, and let me know. DG says tap the screen to give us some love. I appreciate that. I'll be forgetting about telling y'all all that good stuff. I know I got to get me a moderator, but I promise I'm gonna get better at this thing. I just love to give the information because I literally just sit and just read and send myself notes and try to post because, man, it is really so much information coming at us every single day. Mind you, the bad stuff that we get all the time. It's like, how the hell can I be an adult and do regular stuff? Like, life is hard as shit, okay? And all I try to do, that's why it's called Shamika Saves, is save you some time, save you some frustration, and save you some aggravation, okay? So if I can bring you something, or even you, your friends, whatever, put them on to me, okay? Because, well, a lot of people don't give a damn, and I actually care. Because I feel like if you don't know something, how can you be punished by what you don't know? But see, the world doesn't look at it that way. The world says ignorance of the law is no excuse, but it is an excuse. Okay. So since they say we can't use it, then I'm gonna do my best to give y'all as much information as I can so that you can use it against them. Okay. So that's right. Tap that screen and show me some love. It says she is sharing so much. Tap the screen, people. Thank you very much. Cassie says, "Hey, babes, can't wait to see you in 2 weeks." I can't either, Cassie. I can't wait to see you get married, girl. You look good. Thank you, Hortense. Hortense says, "I'm so real." Thank you. Esther says, "I would like for you to do my taxes." Absolutely. I'm telling you. So I didn't talk about it tonight, but if you guys want to start your own tax business, y'all know I try to do 10 people every year to get y'all out there doing your own taxes, get educated on it, because this is going to be the wave. Taxes ain't never going nowhere, y'all. We started paying taxes in 1913 and it's going to be here until we can't no more. And if you want a business that's never going to go out of style, only person that has to stay up to date is you, okay? But if you want a business that's never gonna go out of style and guaranteed to make money, the only thing y'all gotta do is talk to people. And I know people don't like to talk to people, but you can't make no money if you don't talk to people. It's just impossible. So don't do this if you are the type that cannot reach out to nobody and you don't want to get on social media or any of those things. Now you don't have to do what I'm doing, but you do need to be able to let people know that you do taxes, okay? Now, I don't see why everybody can't have a $10,000 to $20,000 season every year with taxes, and that's just vacation money. Okay, taxes is a year-round job, but if you just want it in the tax season, then do that. Go to my website. Let me know you down. People are putting down payments. I'm allowing you to. Okay, even though I hate getting into that, but I do understand the season. Okay, but if that's something you guys are interested in doing, y'all let me know because it is important to get your independence. Okay. You says you're one person on social media I would trust with my information. Oh, thank you very much, Miss Hortense. I appreciate that. And y'all don't understand how much that means, okay? Because there's people like that are getting screwed left and right. Y'all watching the DJ Envy situation, and people get screwed. And I'm gonna tell you, and people who steal people money, I'm sorry, but somebody need to do something to them where they can't come back from it, okay? Because you don't mess with people and they hard earned money. Oh, that just makes me cringe so bad, okay? And I think to myself, how easy, because some people are vulnerable, and I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all are so ready to get rich, you're ready to catch a break that you don't do your due diligence. I want you to sit here and watch me to catch the vibe, and if me and our energy ain't working together, then I need you to go someplace else. Okay, if you come and don't come to me and you acting like you can't trust me to do the job. Okay. So I don't sell dreams. I'm telling you how to create your own for you and your family. So take what I have to say and run with it. But thank you for those who do give me your business. I appreciate that. But I want to enable you to do business just like me. Okay. Darnell says I answered that. I'm sorry. All right, hold on really quick. Nicola says, what do the state of Florida require for a caregiver? Everything that I said is exactly what they require for a caregiver. It's not really that much. You just have to make sure you get approved through the insurance. Okay. Esther says, I live in Alabama. It don't matter. Taxes are federal, and you can always add a state when you're doing taxes. So it doesn't matter. I actually have people who in Alabama, I've been doing their taxes for a very long time. And they don't even watch me here. They just send me a text once a year. Some people, a lot of y'all don't even hear from until it's that time, and I don't even feel bad. I appreciate that you trust me enough to come back, because it's easy to go to somebody who you can see, but y'all know y'all can pick up the phone and FaceTime me, and we go from there. Cassie says, let me know if you need my help this year. Yes, ma'am. I will send you a message. I've been wanting to text you for a little bit anyway. Okay, so if y'all don't have any questions, y'all know I don't like to keep you. I don't really feel like I'm keeping folks. Because I know y'all got to go do something, right? Okay. So let me just see if y'all saying anything. Okay, I'll give y'all like a couple minutes. And I think I ran through most of my stuff I had for the night. I mean, we can always talk what's going on in these streets, but I mean, you got other folks for that. Oh, hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm checking. Y'all just be fanning. All right, I have a couple people that have called me that are they have felonies. So this is something too, real quick. Anybody that may have a felony, especially in the state of Florida, but y'all need to be calling the restoration project people. Okay, I had someone actually got a letter saying that they were able to vote, and this person was scared as I don't know what because they did not want to go to jail, and I don't blame them. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of that is going to happen. Don't let these people trick you off the street by sending you letters and you not doing your research. Okay, so if you are not sure that you have been uh, uh, able to get you got your rights restored, if you got a letter saying that what was it? What's the other one? Oh God, it's gonna come to me. Um, expunge. You got an expungement and you're not sure. Okay. Because a lot of this stuff is going through these restoration project. I know in Florida it's doing that, but y'all need to, and I'll send you some information if y'all want to. I'll send you the same thing I sent my friend because she needs to verify that she can vote. Okay, not just taking the fact that this company, whoever it is, could be a scam. We got to check these days. All right, to make sure that she's not being scammed. So if you think you can, you need to verify. I don't care. That lady got arrested and she verified and she still went to prison. Okay. Now that's crazy. Um Thank you, Latoya. DG says I have some stocks that are crashing. So do you handle that on taxes? If stocks are crashing and you don't cash them out, you're gonna get a 1099 dividend form, 1099B, whatever, and it will show when you bought them, when you sold them, if you made any money, if you lost. Okay, so that'll come from them. So if you got stocks, if y'all got Acorn, if you got those things that if you want to invest a little bit of your money from your bank account, don't be forgetting them forms. Okay, that person that got that $242,000, you know what else the IRS sent them? They say, hey, you also forgot this $1,200 that you won in Caesar's Palace last year. Okay. And you went gambling and you got them $1,200. We're going to need our money too. Okay. But guess what? She paid the taxes. But even though the IRS already knew that she paid them, they were mad that she didn't report it on her tax form. So just because you were paying taxes, she thought, and this is what she told me. Well, I paid taxes at the casino. I didn't think I had to report it. You got to report everything. Okay. So although she paid taxes on that gambling that gambling win, she still has to report it on her taxes. Same thing with these stocks. You making some money, they need to know about it. You cashed out, they need to know about it. Y'all got them 1099Rs because y'all cashed out your 401ks. They need to know about that because that's income to them. Okay. Or says, which is the best for doing taxes, laptops or desktop computer? I think that really matters to you. I do everything on my laptop. It's just easier for me to take. It has everything really to do with the software you use and do you have a good printer. Desktops are usually kind of outdated because they're big and bulky and you want to be a pick up and go. So it doesn't really matter because tax software is on the cloud. So you can just log in on the internet. Okay. Thank you, user 917. I ain't gonna read all those numbers, but it says Shamika says, thank you for all you do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. It says my office do sealing and expunging. So if you live in Miami-Dade, let me know if you need your case sealed or expunged. Bam. So anybody that lives in Miami-Dade, we got Miss Wonderful Aura, who is here every week. Thank you, Miss Aura. Said that she will help you get your case sealed or expunged. Okay. So if y'all are trying to get y'all rights restored, then, and hey, you know what? Even if you live in the state of Florida and you got a question about the application, boom, y'all got somebody who do them all the time. Okay, we got to start utilizing these resources, connecting these dots, because a lot of us can help us do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I cannot do that y'all can. Okay, I have the worst handwriting, but I love some of y'all. All right, so we got to utilize these resources, and that's all I wanted to do. So thank you, Miss Aura. I'm glad you reminded me that you do that. Okay, because I may send some people to you, ma'am. All right, let's see. Thank you, Mama Franny, for sharing that live. Okay, and if anybody else specializes or does anything good, please let it be known, because I have no problem spreading the love. Cassie is my cake and dessert lady. Okay, she makes cakes, lollipops, and cupcakes, and all of that. And it's right, Miss Aura says, she can direct you to the right person who can help. That is right. So thank you again, Miss Aura. All right. It says that Shamika says this Lisa. Lisa, hey, reminder, free pass. That's thank you, Lisa. Lisa. Okay. So also if you get free, if you get government assistance, you get free passports. I forgot. That's right. You're getting free passports. All right. Um, so I know y'all be over here getting these trips. Y'all know y'all can do the buy now, pay later for these vacations. Go on and get you that passport. A lot of y'all are getting these. You know what? I need to take a screenshot of that. Hold on, because I need to go on and do a video of that because I don't know if I did one or not. So because I be on the live, sometimes I forget to do a separate TikTok video. So if y'all know somebody that is getting government assistance, they should have a passport. It's free. Y'all and y'all know my 2 words: free bankruptcy. Okay, so make sure that you are telling people that. Okay, so what we say, they get free laptop, the hotspot, the passport, the lower internet, the free Obama phone. Okay, and remember, you on them programs, you get low income, and you got medical bills. You need to go to that doctor's office and tell them they need to put you on the charity care. Okay, so you ain't got to be paying these high behind medical bills. Or it says, and all they have to do is pay $75 in Tallahassee. We do everything else for free. Oh, that's great. Y'all do the fingerprinting too? Okay, look at that. So they are giving you $75 to start over, change your life. Okay. If you got kids, and now Miss Ora, I don't know if y'all tell young folks, but if y'all got kids that done got in trouble and they need to start over, y'all don't want to seal their record depending on these charges. Y'all need to go on and do it. I know state of Florida allow you to do it. Thank you, Bernice. I appreciate that. That's what happens when you sit there and you read all doggone day. Okay. How do you apply for the passport? You go right to the website. If y'all need it, go to Shamika Saves. I'll send you the link for the passport. Okay. Because I don't want to tell you the wrong place to go. And I know sometimes when it's free, they make it hard to find. But guess what? Your girl got the blinders on. Okay. We're going to find it. All right. So let me see. It was one lawsuit I wanted to tell y'all about. And then I promise I'm going to go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where I can go to see the things that I liked. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yes. And this may not apply to a lot of people, but okay. If anybody has private student loans, I know this is completely off topic, but y'all know how I move around. If you got private student loans, and you had them through Navient. A lot of people don't have private, but if you know anyone that has Navient, I think I'll do a video on this one. Navient is the part of a class action lawsuit, and a lot of folks were supposed to have their loans dismissed. They're not saying why, because I haven't read the whole indictment, but because Navient didn't discharge the loans, they are going to give people their money back for these loans. Okay. It's kind of weird, but I don't know if anybody has any private student loans. If y'all don't, I ain't even going to worry about talking about it. But they're saying that the class action, you're going to get 20 to 100% of the damages that were done. And they're going to clean up the credit. That's what they say. Okay. Let's see. I already did that one for y'all tonight. And I'll do a video on that one. Oh, I don't think I told y'all this. Yes, I did. It's in one of my videos. But annual credit report. You can get your credit report for the rest of the year for free for a week, for the next however many weeks we have left in this year. Okay. But every week you can go to annual credit report and you can print out a free credit report. Now, remember, y'all, the credit reports that come on paper are different than the ones you see in Credit Karma. They are not the same. So you need to not always just go by what Credit Karma says. So anytime that I'm doing disputing my credit, and y'all know I'm a credit coach. I don't do credit repair. I coach y'all. But anytime I'm going to go through and dispute my credit, I need the paper copy. Okay. Because the paper copy, and I'll have to probably do a class on that to show y'all, but it's certain key details in the paper copy that the Credit Karma copy does not have. So when you are disputing, it's much easier to use details and numbers that the report has that's specific to the report that Credit Karma won't have because it's not an internal thing. Okay. So make sure y'all are at least getting one report. Okay. Is y'all still got one day to do it for October. Get one for November and get one for December. So that should be 9 reports in all. And if you really want to be fancy, you can go to the other bureau that most people don't know about, and you get your other 3 reports. You get those for free just by saying you were denied credit. Okay. Nah, how many of y'all know what the fourth bureau is? Okay. Oh, great, Miss Orr. So y'all do young people too. Darnell says I need some credit help. Okay, well hit me up, Darnell. Let's look at your credit and see what's going on. Okay. How many people know what that fourth bureau is? And then I'm gonna go. It says, okay. Look at that TikTok telling me don't forget to take a break. Don't tell me what to do. All right, let me see if y'all know. See if anybody knows what that fourth credit bureau is that I know a lot of people don't know about. Just want to see. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Nope. A lot of people say LexisNexis. Nope. But LexisNexis is definitely LexisNexis is the report of all reports. To me, if I would put it in order, LexisNexis would be higher than credit reports. Okay. But no. All right. So let me see. All right. So yes, there are four. There are actually more than that, but Innovis, Innovis, Innovis. Innovis is the credit bureau that most of your utilities pull from. Now, the reason I tell y'all about Innovis is because CoreLogic is a credit bureau, but it is not as popular as Innovis. Okay. The reason you need to know about Innovis is because people actually report to Innovis just like they do the other three. Now, they not all of people report there because remember, in order to report on a credit report, you got to pay. So only certain people who feel it's worth it to report on Innovis do. But I'm telling you, because if you are repairing your credit, you need to make sure that you're also disputing them to make sure that it matches. Because what you don't want someone to say is, well, I verified it with Innovis. And then what you going to do? Who was that? No. Okay. Thank you, Trash Girl. But yes, Innovis. Sherelle says check system. Check system is a bank credit report. It is not a credit report for your debt collectors. But when you don't pay the bank, it shows up on check system. Okay. So how many of you even pulled that report? And yes, I got a little ebook. I'm gonna just go ahead on and let y'all get, and I'm gonna give y'all some info. I think I'm gonna put some clickable links in there so I can explain each one of them to you. But there are like 39 different credit reporting agencies, but we only know the top three. But you should at least know the fourth one, okay? But all the other ones that everybody named are real bureaus. They're nowhere near as big, but they serve different purposes. Some are good for your personal information. Some work with the banks. Some are for your medical information. Some are for how you handle your checks in your banking account. Okay. And some are when you return items to the store, there's a bureau for that. When you go and get prescriptions, there's a bureau for that. And if you don't believe me, ask some of those people that sell pills how many of them got kicked out of Walgreens or CVS because they're in the database and they can't fill the prescriptions there no more. Okay. There's a bureau for these things. Okay. So there are tons of people out there that keep reports on you. LinkedIn is going to be, LinkedIn has information. How many of you have even pulled your Facebook report? I've done it a long time ago. Just went back and looked at my stuff. It's not an actual report, but to go and look. And, Facebook allows you to archive all your old stuff because some of y'all have had Facebook for years. And, 10 years ago, you might have been ratchet, but now you're different. Now you save and filled with the Holy Ghost. But you got who knows on your timeline from back in the day. So some of y'all might need to go there and archive your old posts, okay? Because you're saved and sanctified. You need everybody knowing your business, okay? Yes, Nisa J, good. That's right. It's right. Starts with an I. Okay. Nicole says you can also get your citizenship for free. Now let me go into that real quick. I'm so glad you brought that up. Let me do this. So a bunch of y'all last week sent me these TikTok videos of them talking about this Indian thing. And I don't mean Indian, the people from India, I mean Indians, okay? And then some girl took it to some website, and then some of y'all sent me some stuff about getting your citizen. It's something act, okay? And Nicole, if you got information, you can type it. Okay, yes, you guys can get a citizen. You can get a little card. It looks like a passport that it shows that you are a citizen. But you Americans, you people from the United States, just get a passport. You don't need a proof of citizenship because you're a citizen. You're already a citizen, so just get a passport. People who get a certificate of citizenship are usually people who aren't from this country. So I wouldn't rush out to get one of those when you just get a passport. And if you're low income, you get it for free anyway. Um, and but think about it. How many people are who are from this country would think about getting something that proves their citizenship? That's usually for people who are foreigners. So yes, Nicole, people can get it. I just want you to know I would not stress anybody to get that because it's gonna look like you're not from here anyway. Okay. By the Bar Talk says Facebook just gave me a 3-day ban for a post 3 years ago. Ain't that something? Now look at that. Thank you for sharing. By the Bar Talk says Facebook just gave him a 3-day ban for a post 3 years ago. I'm telling y'all, I said I'm gonna start doing it every year. Go back to Facebook and just archive my stuff. And also, y'all need to sign up for the legacy. Okay. So that way in the event, and y'all know I don't like to talk about death, but in the event something happens, you need to have that one person that has the code so they can go on and delete your account. All right, so that somebody who was scammer can't try and get it and try to be you. How many of y'all get people in your inbox sending you messages and you was just talking to them last week, but now they talking about, have you heard of the new government grant? Okay, look at that. They got you too, Miss Aura. Doggone shame. All right, let me see what y'all think. Yeah, Latoya says I'm trying to get my rental report cleared. How can I do that? Your rental report, that's gonna be difficult. Your rental report, well, I would have to see where this rental report is for one, and most time, is it an eviction? Okay, because most people are concerned about that. Okay, I haven't seen a specific rental report because, um, well, they already have your information, but I think that that would put some people in danger if they had a specific rental report. So I think you might be talking about the public record, and if you have an eviction on your record, the only way that you can have it removed is by having the person that put it who put the eviction against you, they have to remove it. So that means pay it. Unfortunately, you can't clear up the court records because it is what it is. Okay, and remember, that's another thing y'all need to do. It may not be a report, but that's something people. I'm gonna come out with a little calendar of things you should do every day of your life. Every 365 things you should do. And one of them is go and pull yourself up at the courthouse and see if you've been sued, see if somebody is using your name, because fraud is so damn bad that you have to snoop on your own damn self. Ain't that something? I got to sign up for informed delivery. Y'all know who've been watching informed delivery. That's where you go and you sign up at the post office, and that way you can get your scanned mail sent to you every morning at 7 a.m. because you need to make sure anybody's stealing nothing out your mailbox, because people do that. Okay, if people are stealing checks out the drop slot by using gum and an index gum and a hanger, they definitely is stealing your mail out your mailbox. All right. The Snyder Act. Thank you, Sherelle. I knew it. I knew it was a something act. Yes, the Snyder Act. Okay, and if you really look up the Snyder Act, it's not for. It wasn't designed for us. It was designed for Native Americans. Okay. All right. And that doggone grant money. I hate when people be putting stuff out there and then what the hell they talk about. Okay. Now the Snyder Act is real and the grant money out there is real. But you have to be the right type of applying agency to get it. No, me and you cannot just go and apply. That's the part they don't tell you. Now that I got you watching this crap for 10 damn minutes. Educate to Thrive says, is the passport free for any state who receive government assistance? Yes. You know why? Because the passport is not a state program. It's federal. So anytime it's federal, that means everybody can get it. Lottie dottie, everybody. So you know somebody who's on assistance, getting anything from the government. I'm even gonna say you probably can do it as a veteran. Okay. They keep a lot of stuff that you don't know, but VA disability is getting government assistance. I'm getting a free. Well, I already got my passport, but if I can get me another one, I would. Okay, just because it's free. I love what y'all know my two words. Aura says also run your driver's license, see if you have any. Okay, thank you, Miss Aura. You need to run your driver's license number to see if you got tickets or warrants. I'm telling you, I swear on everything, you got to check yourself. Okay, like you are not even real. Now, if any of y'all do social media, go on Cash App and put your name in. Just if you got a regular Miss Aura, I bet you if I put your name in, it's probably, and that's not even super common, but I bet you there's more than one Aura Burton. Okay. I know it's at least 6 Shamika Saves, and it's only one me. So I don't know who getting the money on Cash App. It ain't me. Okay. See, I got to, so I went on TikTok. I saw like 7 pages. I had to go and ban them all. Oh, yeah, thank you, Nicola. Yes, you meant that for foreigners. And so the reason I say that is because one of my friends in Alabama sent that to me and was like, "You think I should get it?" And I'm like, "No, you stay here in America. Get a passport." So thank you. So if you know anybody who is not a resident, they should get that. Okay. Thank you. All right, Nicola says, how long do evictions stay on your credit? So evictions can stay on there. They stay on there their normal reporting time. On your credit, they stay on there for 7 years unless you settle it. Okay. To me, evictions are they're easier. It depends. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just watch what I say on that part. But I think I'm gonna say they're easier to remove, but I think it depends on who the creditor is that you owe. Okay. It says, please do the video on passports. Yes, I'll do the video. I will. Thank you. Let's see. How can I see what's on the court report? If you want to see what's on the court report, just go into the county court where you live online. Just search your name, first and last name, and it will show you if you ever had any tickets, anything. Shoot. So I mean, it may sound stupid to do, but it's not these days. You even if you get Social Security disability, and I'm gonna let y'all go because it's almost 9. But even if you get Social Security disability, you also need to file your dang on taxes because people are stealing your Social Security number that way. You know how many older people I know that say they don't file Social Security? I mean, they don't file for taxes because they know they're not getting a refund. And I said, that's not you don't file taxes to get a refund. You file taxes to check to dot the T's and not dot the T's. What I say? To dot the I's and cross your T's. Okay, it's just checks and balances. So you file taxes so you can make sure that you're showing the IRS that you're reporting the same thing that they received on you. That is what filing taxes is about. It's about accountability. It has nothing to do with you getting a refund. So if you don't normally file, you should every year. Now, if you don't work, I can understand you not filing. That is different. But if you have any form of income, they want to know about it. Okay. Miss Orr says, yes, I found an Aura Burton, and there is only one me. I'm telling you, it's only one you. You'll be surprised at how many people out there have the same. Okay, thank you, Latoya. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm gonna stay on here till 9 o'clock. I'm gonna give y'all just my last 15 minutes. I'm feeling delightful today. I ain't even had a drink today. No, I ain't even. That sounds crazy, but I hadn't had a drink. Usually, I'll get on here and chat when I have something to drink. Let me see what else I got for y'all. But again, ask those questions. If you have, I'm surprised nobody asked me a CPN question. I always got somebody on in here asking me a question about those. So good. Maybe y'all catching on not to use them. I hope. Let me see. I'm gonna make a video on that. I think y'all might have got me with all this stuff. That's right. Okay, Ms. Orr said go to the clerk's website. That's right. Yeah, go there and check yourself. I promise you will be surprised at the stuff you will see that you did not know that is out there. And I told y'all, last week I did a video. I think, did I make it public or did I make it for my members? If you guys don't know, on my YouTube, I do have members only. I can't believe it, but because I don't want to give all the goodies to everybody, I want to give it to some. So you could do the membership. I did have making separate videos for my members, but I did do a video to show you how, as long as you know a person's name, they're a boy or a girl. These days, sometimes you can't tell, but a boy or a girl, and their birthday, it will give you the driver's license number, and it's for almost every state. And the crazy part about that is people make fake IDs, so they could be stealing your driver's license number just because they know your information. Isn't that crazy? And you wonder how people have fake IDs. That's how. It's very easy to get it online. They just put their picture with all your information. And then I told y'all also last week the ghost cars where they're stealing your tag number and putting it on the paper tag and putting it on the car. And they riding around with your tag. Ain't it crazy? Ain't life grand? Sonya says, hey, a year ago you said to apply for borrower's defense. I did and got approved. Come on, Sonya Williams. Thank you very much for sharing that on live. Look at that, makes me feel so good, y'all. Let's read it again. Sonya says, a year ago you said to apply for borrower's defense. I did and got approved. Congratulations. That's awesome. Remember, if your school is on the list, you're going to be approved anyway. But it's all about how long you want to wait. She didn't wait. She went on and applied and said, I'm not waiting till y'all select me. I select myself. So if y'all want to get those loans dismissed and your school is on the list, you need to do it. And yes, it does take about a year. Thank you so much, Sonya. That is so good. Mama Franny says, I added someone to my credit cards. How long does it take to show up on their report? It should take up to 45 days. Congratulations. That is what you call an authorized user, guys. Sonya says, okay, I got that. I read that. Okay. So we got 12 minutes. Nicole says, I know someone who had an eviction on their credit, but I checked online and it is clear and they never went to court. They could have paid it. The person could have filed something wrong and the case was dismissed, so it's not showing. It could be a bunch of different reasons. So if it ain't on their credit, to me, that's great. Some companies don't check online. And I will tell you, the easiest way for them not to see it in online in court is to live in another county. Simple. Most people only check in the county of which you're applying. So if you want to live in an apartment, you know, you got some evictions and they're not on your credit, you need to move somewhere else to another county so it won't show. And you also need to not list the county where you live so they can't search that county website. All right. You're right. It may be on a third party credit file. And usually that's TransUnion. TransUnion actually has the biggest rental reporting site. Okay. So you're right. Some companies now are moving towards that, which is why people get those CPNs now because they're having a hard time getting a place to stay. It's crazy. But this is why people are doing these things because everybody has to have somewhere to live. Okay. Regardless if they're evicted or not, everyone has to have somewhere to live. So I think they need to come up with a case by case basis on that because it's just not fair. All right, Ms. Ora says, go to the clerk's website in your county or state. It's all there. She said, or if you live in Miami-Dade, reach out to me and I will run it for you. Okay, bam. Ms. Ora says she's going to do your seal, your expungement for $75. And she will look you up at the courthouse in Miami-Dade County if that is where you live and you do not know how to look your own self up. Everybody should know what people are saying. Okay, if you get prescriptions, okay, if you know you are a recurrent prescription user, you should be getting your prescription report. Look, they got one that tell all your business. How you know nobody ain't running scripts in your name? Now, people do fraud from the inside all the time. I'm just saying, okay? Look, Nicola says she's checking herself online right now. I don't blame you, because look, when I get off here, I'm going right to LinkedIn, and I'm pulling my report. And remember, now, look, I done gave y'all a lot of homework. Go to LinkedIn, pull your report from the computer. Go to Facebook and archive your old posts. You can do that from your phone. You can go to the courthouse, okay, pull and look yourself up. You can go and pull all these reports from annualcreditreport.com from now until the end of the year, December 31st. You can go to Innovis and pull your reports from there too. We heard someone say check system, that's a report. We heard someone say LexisNexis, that's a report. Let me see, I'm gonna find 3 more for you. We heard credit code, that's a report. Y'all give me 2 more. I got a whole bunch of them, but I'm gonna see what y'all know. I told y'all can get y'all medical report. All right, y'all just give me 1. Okay. How many we said check system already. What about what's the other one? Early warning systems is 1. Okay. How many of y'all been in a bunch of car accidents? Y'all need to go and see if the thing is right. I have a lot of people call me and say, hey, I was in a car accident, but I wasn't found at fault. But on my LexisNexis report, it says I am. Dispute it. That's probably why his damn car insurance rates are so high. Okay? So y'all need to stay on top of these things. Go to Shamika Saves, my report, my website, or my YouTube page. Y'all can come right here because y'all know I'm going to give you the info. This is the kind of stuff y'all need to know. It says, I know someone who had, okay, I read that one. I'm sorry. The pharmacy report, yes. And thank you, Miss Amy. The pharmacy report is the Medical Information Bureau. Okay. MIB, if you don't know, the Medical Information Bureau is the pharmacy report. So y'all can see. Okay, so they didn't pay it, Nicole. So that means that it dropped on the other person's part. They probably stopped the pursuit of the debt. Some people do. Some people die. Some people just be like, forget it. I got somebody in there. Thank you, Red Sapphire Blue says, greetings, Queen. Blessings. Thank you. What did you say the website for the car accident? LexisNexis. Okay. LexisNexis. You can go to TransUnion's rental bureau site. You can go to check systems, early warning systems, Credco, Enovis, of course, the 3 bureaus that we already know about for your credit. Y'all definitely need to know the bank credit reports. There's one more. Hold on. Y'all know I got them all in my doggone phone. And this is how we jump around. We talk about everything over here on this channel, okay? Everything to make your life better. Courthouse in your county, look it up. Look yourself up. LexisNexis is probably this is a very big one, but you look yourself up. And if you got a business, you need to be on nav.com. You need to know what your business credit says. You probably got something and forgot. Credit code, you need to know. Factor Trust is another one. A lot of people don't know about that. Hell, and at tax season, y'all need to call the Treasury hotline to make sure. Yeah, I'm finna do this calendar. Who gonna help me? I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need one of my people who we will be all the time. Let's go on and put this thing together so we can go on and get these royalties. Okay, I need a co-author. Who's gonna help me co-author this book? Because we need to. I got 365 things people can do every single day. I can find you something you need to do to find out what people are saying about you. Okay. Yes. So we're gonna do that. Reach out to me, someone, and let's co-author this book together. Okay. Because oh yeah, I got lots of places y'all can go. Okay, but yeah, so my friend got found and got sued. Got with ADP, getting paid through ADP, and they found him for an old lawsuit. Okay. Yes, Amy, Medical Information Bureau. Okay. It says, what's the website for the borrower's defense? The borrower's defense, there is you can do it at studentaid.gov. Studentaid.gov, and you can apply for it there. There's a hard copy application if you want to do that. If you do not know how to do it, hit me up. I'll help y'all get those applications together so you can turn them on in. Okay, just go to my website, shamikasaves.com. Red Sox said I sell over 300 books on my website. Okay, we'll drop that so I can go on and screenshot that. Drop that. Don't tell me you selling and don't got no name for me. Come on and give me that info. We like to support over here. Okay. Let me see. We got 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna go. Ooh. Yes, ma'am. Sage Stream, Clarity Services. Most of all of these companies were all bought by LexisNexis. Although LexisNexis has several different names, they still operate with those other names, but they're all bought by that LexisNexis umbrella. Okay, and basically, y'all know that information is what they use to fuel the Clue report, or not the Clue report. Oh gosh, Clear report. And Clear's the bigger one, but none of you can't pull that report. That is off limits. That is only for law enforcement. Okay. But y'all know Clear when you go through the airport, but they know all your business. It says, can you give us a direct website for the free passport? Yes, I can. It might be long though. So go to my website, shamikasaves.com, and send me and drop me a message in the chat, and it'll come to my phone, and then I'll just send it to you. All right, hold on. Thank you, Red Sapphire Blue. I'm screenshotted that so I could be all in your business. I'll definitely go and look to see what you got and make a post. Okay. So, all right. So we got 3 minutes. If anybody got anything for me, ask it. Again, if it's something that you need a link of a website or something of that nature, send me a message on the website. Remember, tomorrow my video drops on YouTube at 10 o'clock a.m. telling y'all what to do if you got that SBA loan, that EIDL loan that you are not able to handle. Okay. And you need to know what the SBA will do if you don't make these payments, because they are contacting people. Hopefully they don't contact you, but in the event they do, come on and give me the info so I can come back and tell people, because people live through other people's experience. Okay, this is the reality show, but on this is real reality, not that fake stage stuff. This is the real reality. Okay, so if y'all got something that's going on, y'all want to share, you don't got to say your name. You can give it to me and I will definitely feed it to the people, because that's how we learn. All right. Let me see. Okay, so we got these in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna make sure. Y'all know I like to be, I don't like no pauses when I be talking. That wears me out. So I like to keep going. So excuse me for that. And if y'all got credit questions, y'all know I'm a credit coach, so hit me up. Um, you thinking about filing bankruptcy, hit me up. The taxes, you hit me up. We could talk about it. I grow with y'all. Okay. So I'm not a one and done. I'm gonna come back to the table and keep eating for more until we get to where we need to be. Okay. You got a business, you got questions about that. You want to start up a business, you got questions about that. We could talk about it, especially as it pertains to your filing status tax wise, because a lot of people set these LLCs up and you're doing it and you got bad info. All right, Ms. Orr says, thank you, Shamika, for all the info you provided. You're welcome, Ms. Orr, very, very much. Thank you, Download Toddy. I appreciate you too. Okay, Ms. Orr says, I will hit you up sometime this week. Have a few days off, start Wednesday. Woo, woo. Well, thank you, Ms. Orr. And again, y'all, if you're in Miami-Dade and you need help looking yourself up online, courthouse, or got questions about a seal or expunge and you're in the state of Florida or Miami-Dade, get with me. I'll send you Ms. Orr's info, okay, so that you can get some assistance, all right? So let's love on one another. Let's help one another. Be encouraged, everyone, regardless of the things that we may see around us. Please know that there is a reason for everything, and tomorrow can be better than the day before. So, with all that said, I love you, love you, love you guys. Reach out to me if you need me. Say a prayer for each other and for the world, because we need it. Okay. So y'all have a good one, and I will talk to you. Hold on. I want to know what you think about Durain Delavante on crack. I don't even know who that is. Hold on. I'm gonna look that up. Let me type it in my phone real quick. Look, I was about to go, but I am about to go, but I'm just gonna type this name in while I got this up. And I'm gonna see who that is. But I will make my opinion. I'll do a video, but I'm just trying to put this in right. Okay. Let me see who that is. Yeah, everybody has their own way. We'll see. Okay. I'll do my thing and I'll get back to you and let you know. Okay. And the information for the CDL, Nicola, yes, ma'am. Please send that to me and it should be in my Dropbox and I will send it to you. Well, you know what? You're in a different county, so I may have to send me a message, Nicola. I got a couple questions to ask you, and then I'll send you what you need. Thank you, Miss Bernice. Love you too. Lodi says, hey, how you doing? A while back, you was giving out information about getting your high school diploma. Yes, ma'am. You can still get your high school diploma if you want. The school is called it's a school in Rockledge. Again, send me a message on my website. I will send it to you. It is here on my phone, but I also got a video on YouTube about it with the link and everything to tell you how it goes. I can send you that too. Go to my website and I will send it. And let us, yes, I still do have the information. Okay. So if you're trying to go get your high school diploma, which I want y'all to do that. And then I'm going to tell you how to go to college for free. Okay. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Be blessed.